All right, this is Lexi Cournoyer. She's from UMass, from South Coast. And Lexi, you can tell everybody afterwards your degrees and everything. And she's a registered nutritionist. And she's
soon to be, yes.
Soon to be. And she's going to do a cooking demonstration using microwave and healthy food and healthy cooking.
Okay, shall we get started? Alright, so like everyone said, my name's Lexi Cournoyer. I am currently a dietetic intern at the South Coast Health Systems. So I'm at Charlton here in Fall River, St. Luke's in New Bedford, and then I go to Toby and Wareham as well. And I'm volunteering through the UMass Extension program right now with their SNAP Ed program, doing some of my community hours. So a little background about myself. I'm actually from Minnesota, lived there my whole life, and then went to college in Wisconsin actually. So I have undergrad in nutrition and dietetics, a bachelor in nutrition and dietetics. And then after that, you do your internship, which is what I'm doing right now. So I moved out here for the internship to learn about, be more hands-on, and I'm in the hospitals and in the community and a bunch of different other settings, helping people learn about nutrition and expanding my knowledge as well. And then after my internship, I will sit for the RD exam and become a registered dietitian. So that's kind of my background right now. So what we're going to talk about today is some eating better on a budget, some tips about how to eat healthy when you're limited to what you can buy. I'm an intern, so you know I'm watching all this stuff as well. I'm constantly looking for deals and different ways that I can eat healthy without breaking the bank. And then some smart shopping tips for veggies and fruits as well. We'll kind of briefly go through these handouts. I won't read it verbatim because there's a lot on there, but there's a couple things I wanted to touch on. And then we're also going to do some microwave cooking demos. So everything that I'm going to show you can make right in the microwave, and it's super easy and everything. So we're going to be making a sweet potato with a warm black bean salsa. We're going to be making some steamed broccoli, and then banana oatmeal as well. So to get started, so looking at our Eating Better on a Budget handout here, there's a couple of things that I wanted to point out and give you some tips and tricks and things that I do. So the first one on there is plan, plan, plan. So that one I really love because I sit down every week and think about what I need to get at the store. I look at what I have in my cupboards and see, okay, I can go without buying this week and put that aside. I can pick out different things that I really need to get from the store. And making a list, that's beautiful. Making a list helps you stick to what you're going to get, helps you stick to whatever items you have on there, and then you're not going to wander around the store and pick up other things that you normally wouldn't have. It also helps you stick to those healthy things. If you have all your healthy things on the list, it's not wandering through the middle aisles where all the packaged food is and the things that aren't as good. Sticking to the parameters is always the best way to go. So making sure you're planning. Plan. That's a big thing. I know it takes some time before you go to the store. You just kind of want to get there and get what you need and leave, but planning before you go can be very helpful. Another one is buying in bulk. That can also be very good as well. It's one thing I do. So I'll do this with different things such as canned goods, like my black beans here and my corn. Different things in bulk can be helpful. I'll also do bread in bulk, and I'll put one in the freezer if you have access to that. You can put one in the freezer and leave it there and then eat the loaf and then just switch it out when you need the new one. Some other things I buy in bulk, peanut butter. That's another one I'll buy in bulk. I'll grab 2 jars of it and it lasts a long time. It's a good source of protein that you can slather on a banana or a piece of bread and put in oatmeal. There's lots of different things that you can do with that as well. Oatmeal, this is another one to buy in bulk. You can get a big canister like this for very cheap, and you can use this every morning and it lasts a long time, and they have even bigger ones than this as well. So those are kind of some of the tips and tricks I do. Another one on here is convenience. Go back to the basics. So when you're looking at the store, stuff that's pre-cut and packaged, especially fruit and veggies, it's cheaper to actually buy the food as a whole. Looking at it without it being pre-sliced or pre-cut. A whole watermelon is going to be cheaper than the sliced up cut watermelon. So going back to the basics and kind of looking at buying stuff in its simplest form. It might take a little time to actually cut it up and everything, but you're going to get more for your buck. And then cook once and eat all week, number 8 on the sheet here. another good one. Another good thing to make some type of casserole and have it throughout the week. So you can go to the store, get the things you need for that, and then you have your dish for the week. Some things I'll do for this, I'll do like a crock pot recipe or something like that, or anything that you can do right in the microwave, heat it all up. And some of the things that we have today are really good too, especially the first one that we'll talk about is perfect to make, once, and then you can pop this in. So, the next sheet here, the smart shopping for veggies and fruits, just a couple on here. Again, number 3, sticking to that list can be very helpful. Helps you go in, grab what you need, and not wander around and pick up different things that you wouldn't normally like. Oh, that looks good today. That wasn't on the list, but I saw it, so now I'm going to grab it. So sticking to that list can be helpful, especially when you're watching that budget. Little things can add up quite quicker, or a lot quickly.
Can you
try the canned or frozen. Again, that's a good thing too. Like I mentioned, getting the canned fruits and vegetables can always work out well. I know Market Basket, they have the little cans of pineapple, and you can get 5 for $4 and all that kind of good stuff.
Coming out. You hear that?
So that's another good thing to do as well.
We're gonna take care of that.
Okay, that's fine. No worries. I can talk louder if I need to. And again, keeping it simple. So buying the fruits and vegetables in the non-pre-cut form like I had mentioned. So, any questions on that or any tips and tricks that you guys do at the store that we didn't touch on? So like I said, all the recipes that we're going through today are right in here for you. And we're going to start with the sweet potato with warm black bean salsa. So to get started on that, the toppings are what we're going to talk about first. So this is what I made last night. So this is just a can of corn, a can of black beans, and then 1 tomato that I diced up. And then put with a little bit of olive oil in there. So this is something that's great. Again, we've got our can here with our black beans that are going to give us a vegetable and a protein, which is great. We need to get that protein in our bodies to help stay strong and build strong muscles and bones and all that good stuff. So this is great. Again, you can get a lot of these, again, with the same thing. It's 4 cans for $3 or something along those lines. So you can get a lot of these and they'll last a long time. They'll last a while. One thing with cans, you want to make sure that you rinse it. One thing that can kind of come along with getting cans is the sodium can go up because they put the sodium in there to make it last longer so it can be in a can. So making sure you're rinsing that. I just put my corn and the black beans in the colander in the sink and then just rinsed it and it was good to go, and that takes off a lot of the sodium. So I just mix this all together here and then put a little bit of olive oil on the top. And this is great to pair the olive oil with this because different fruits and vegetables have different vitamins in them, and fat-soluble vitamins go well with olive oil because it helps to absorb their nutrients from the vitamins. They pair together and work together, so putting a little bit of olive oil on something like this is perfect. So this is going to be our topping for our sweet potatoes. The next thing is the sweet potato here. So these again are really easy to get in the store. Make sure you're washing them really good. And then to do these in the microwave, all you're going to do is just poke some holes in the sweet potato. You can just poke all around. It's going to get let some air in there. And again, sweet potatoes are really high in that vitamin A, which is good for our eyes and good for our kids' eyes to keep them nice and healthy. So I'm just poking little holes all around the outside here. And you can do this with regular potatoes as well. It doesn't have to be sweet potatoes if that's not something that you like. Sweet potatoes, again, have that vitamin A, and they also have a lower glycemic index, which is a big crazy word for they don't really sugar as fast in the body. So it's great for controlling that as well. They also have a lot of fiber, which is good for our digestive system and keeping us regular. And again, so I'm just poking little holes. Super easy. You can have your kids do it. Take some anger out on the day if you're frustrated about something. And then just pop this in the microwave for about 5 to 6 minutes. We can throw this one in. Perfect. So that can just keep going. And again, you can set that aside, and then we'll also warm this up a little bit later too. So that was easy enough. Little holes, and you throw it in the microwave. And again, you can get these in bulk, and these will last a while. You can keep these at home, and keep this and this together and have the same thing, for the next meal, which is great. Any questions on that? Does that sound good to everyone? Does everyone like sweet potatoes and salsa? Yep. No, not a sweet potato fan? Yeah, you can do it with regular potatoes too. It's nice and easy, just the same thing. Put some fork marks in there and you're good to go. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to make is a steamed broccoli. And that's the next recipe on the lemon and garlic broccoli on here, so you can follow along with that as well. So this is just a head of broccoli that you can get right at the store. I think it's cute. It's like a little baby tree. I love it. I got another little small one there. But you could also do this recipe with frozen florets as well. Again, it's going to be kind of the same thing. It's this you just have to cut up a little more. That one is already cut up for you. So to cut this up, I'm going to cut down the middle here. And just cut off the stems. And kind of make the pieces how you want. Florets. This side here. Broccoli's got lots of antioxidants in it, which can keep us healthy. In the winter season when all the colds will go around, it's a great thing to have around to keep our immune systems up and working against everything. And it's super easy to just steam and be good to go. So you can just chop this up here. And again, like I said, you can use the frozen as well. And some people don't eat the stem of it. I like both, so I'm good with both of that, but you don't have to eat the bottom if you don't want. But that's going to give you some extra fiber down there as well, so I like to eat the whole stalk. Okay. All right. So we got our broccoli nice and cut up here. And then we're just going to add a little bit of water there. About a tablespoon of water. And then we can pop this in the microwave as well. Put a little bit extra. Just a little bit more. Perfect. So I can pop this in the microwave. So that's for about 5 minutes. Perfect. So the next thing that we're going to do, move whatever you need to, is make our lemon garlic sauce to go on top of the broccoli. So this is just a clove of garlic that I minced up last night. Smells good. I could smell it in my house the whole time. Just minced up, and then we're going to add some lemon juice. Oopsie. Gotta poke the little hole in there. There we go. So about 3/4 teaspoon of lemon juice. And some olive oil as well. And this will be 1.5 teaspoons. And again, this is something too that you can buy once, and this will last for a long time as well. You can keep reusing it. And then we've got our garlic, and then this is optional to put some red pepper flakes in there. Give it a little bit of spice, a little bit of extra to it. Just do a little bit. Perfect. And then the last thing we're going to add, some water. Just a little teaspoon as well. Good. Here's our sweet potato. And you can just mix this up a little bit. And then we're going to be able to pour this on top of our broccoli. Give it a little bit of extra taste. Sweet potato. Okay. Alright. So it is going to be a little hot, so be careful of that. But you can really tell when it's done just by kind of feeling it. It'll be a little bit more squishy. It'll feel cooked. So all you're going to do is just cut it in half. Open it right up. You can see how pretty it is. Beautiful, nice and orange. All that good vitamin A in there. And then we can just scoop our salsa on top. And again, you can warm this up too if you want, or you can use it cold, whichever. You can just pop this in the microwave for 1 or 2 minutes. So we can just spoon this right on top. We're getting our protein in there from the beans and lots of vitamins from the toppings there. And then also, the recipe says you can use Greek yogurt to use in place of sour cream. So if you get plain Greek yogurt, it'll taste exactly the same. So I like the Ziggy's brand here. I feel yogurt's one thing that, you know, the food system is kind of made into something that's not as good for you. Yogurt, it's plain itself, it's packed with protein. Lots of different sugar brands now add lots of different sugar to it by putting all these crazy toppings in it. So I really like Ziggy's. It's a plain, it's actually a skyr yogurt. And this one has 13 grams of protein and only 11 grams or 9 grams of sugar. So all of their different flavors of Ziggy's only have between 9 to 11 grams of sugar, and the protein is always higher, which is great. So you can just scoop this right out. Oops. Spoon here. Scoop this right out. Put a little dollop on top. And you've got your sweet potato. So that's perfect. You can buy little smaller ones too, or cut this in half for smaller size for kids, but this is a great thing that you can make throughout the week. And again, you can see how much I have left from this recipe. So this is something that you could put this on top of other things as well. It doesn't have to be on top of the sweet potato. It can go good with different chicken, or mixed in with other dishes, some rice or some noodles. So it's very flexible, and you can do different things without it throughout the week. And again, you can go to List, get your cans here, and then use that throughout the week for lots of different things. And then our broccoli went off here. You can grab that. Okay. So now we've got our steamed broccoli, and you can see how bright and colorful it is. It's beautiful. Just give that a little mix. And again, you can do more than this as well. You could do this whole thing and just pop it in there a little bit longer with a little bit more water. And then we're going to add our dressing on top here. And that's going to give it a little extra flavor as well. You can mix this up. Yeah, it smells good, I know.
Really good.
Beautiful.
Get your coat, honey. Go get your coat.
Perfect. And we can throw this right on the side here, just so you can see it a little better. Perfect. So now we've got our broccoli there with a little bit of sauce on top. Because I know broccoli can be a tough thing when it's just plain, so adding some garlic and lemon and different flavors on top can really help to pull out that flavor. Okay, so any questions so far? Everything's super easy, right? And again, you could make, the rest of this as well, and it'll last a long time. You can eat it throughout the week. Okay, so the last thing I have for you guys is a banana oatmeal breakfast. So I am a big advocate for breakfast in the morning. We need it. A lot of times when I'm seeing people, it's, I can't eat in the morning, I don't have the time, I get up too late. I say make time. It's important to get that breakfast in the morning, getting some protein in that breakfast, getting some sugars, get everything going in your body. A couple things that helps with get our minds going in the morning. It's been proven in research that kids that have breakfast in the morning, it helps them with school, even if it's just a little bit, which is just wonderful, and all that kind of stuff. So what we're going to make is a banana oatmeal with some berries and almonds on top. So what you're going to take is just one whole banana. The riper the better. It's going to give it more of a sweet flavor. And again, you can buy all these in bulk too, and they'll last throughout the week. One trick I do is I take tin foil and put it at the top of the banana when they come in the bunch, and it makes them last a little bit longer, which is good because they do brown kind of fast sometimes. Okay, so you're just going to mash this up right in your bowl here. And again, the riper the better. It'll mash a little bit easier. But this is great. And again, this is a fun thing that kids can do in the morning. You want to mash up your banana for your oatmeal this morning. And right in the microwave. And if it's a little bit riper, it'll mash, like I said, a little bit easier too. Good. Okay. So the next thing that we're going to add is our oats. And again, you can buy a big canister like this, and it'll last throughout the week. These are great. It's going to give you some good fiber, which is good in the morning. It's going to help keep you full longer as well, to get that fiber bright and early. So this is going to be half a cup. Just put that right on top there. And we're also going to add some milk. Again, get that protein in. It's also going to be half a cup. Right in there. And then a little bit of cinnamon on top as well. All get mixed up here. And then you can pop this right into the microwave for about 2 minutes. And I think this is a lot better than the instant packets of oatmeal. Those are packed with sugar. They might be easy, easy, just pour a little water in there and everything. This takes a little bit more process, but you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck doing this. This is great. Instead of getting the little package one, this will last you longer than the little packets. And again, they have all that added sugar in there, which kind of defeats the purpose of having, rolled oats in the morning to get that fiber in and those healthy sugars in. So different things that you can do on top of the oatmeal as well. I have some almonds here and some blueberries. So again, getting another way to get some fruit in the morning. These are great. They're full of antioxidants to keep us healthy, like I had mentioned before. And berries are also a good source of fiber too, with the skin on them. And then we've got our almonds, a healthy source of fat as well, which what we need, and some protein too. So the milk is going to give us some protein, and the almonds as well. You can do other things on top and be creative with it. You can do other different types of berries on top, or peanut butter you could add on top. Greek yogurt as well, you can mix that up on top, different flavors. This one's coconut instead of just the plain, because that'll taste like the sour cream, but the different flavors can go great on top of the oatmeal as well. Flaxseed, nut butters, all this different thing. Whatever you'd like to mix in, you can just throw right on top. And again, it's super easy in the morning. Hello. So I just wanted to mention, while we're waiting for our oatmeal to be done there, with the UMass Extension, they also have a nutrition certification course that people can sign up for and learn about different things and do different lessons. They have different cooking things. You want to say something? Oh no? Good. You guys smell that? You smell it? You guys come up and smell it. It smells delicious. You can smell it? Good. I can just mix this right up here. Put some blueberries over top. And some almonds as well. And now you've got some oatmeal for breakfast.